Thursday. I am the governor of college football. Yes, sir. The mayor of college football, a.k.a. Downtown Nino Brown. Yes, sir.
Welcome back to CFB Nation. I am your host, Nino Brown, and I am joined by my boys. It's been a while. Been a ball on the screen. I got Boom. I got D now. KT will be back tomorrow. We're going to do a back-to-back episode, getting the whole squad. Moon will also be here. But boys, how are we doing on this Monday? A lot to unpack over the weekend.
Hey, Christmas week, here we are, you know. Yeah. I'm a little upset, but we're good.
Right. First rapid fire. Are you done Christmas shopping?
Oh, I've been done for months.
Yes.
I'm the guy that shops in September.
Prepared.
Ooh.
But I'm the most prepared I've been probably ever, actually. Let's be honest here. Like last year, like it was a new house last year. So at least this year I was good. So
yeah.
I will say I still got a wrap, but the shopping's done at least.
Oh no. You get the bags where you can just tie them. Like, bro.
But winning. Ripping open.
Yeah, your kid's gotta rip it open. Come on.
Dude, hey. No.
I got stocking stuff and stuff, you know, easy stuff.
Hey, but 40 presents probably took me 10 minutes.
Yeah, but then
you know, when you do it that way, yeah.
Of course, come on.
They open their presents from standard. Those are the rip opens. The other rounds from dad.
All right, boys. We're gonna get into some rapid fire to start it off here. A couple questions, and then we're gonna get into a couple topics that I want to kind of discuss, some things that have unraveled in the last 48 to 72 hours. Rapid fire will be for both of you guys. Just, you know, keep it as short as possible. Your top performer from round one of the college football playoff, D now.
Mark Fletcher. He was pretty much all Miami's offense.
Boom.
Oh man. This is a tough one for me because I hate to even admit this. Cornerback from Alabama.
Oh, the pick six?
Xavier Brown.
Yeah.
Dude. I mean, it ain't just that, though. He had a phenomenal game.
He did. Absolutely. I'm going to go with, let me see here, Trinidad Chambliss. For the simple fact that the guy that brought him there, the guy that believed in him, the guy that kind of set him on the world on fire was gone, right? And it was, you know, just Charlie Weiss there to kind of.
Hey, is it bad that I kind of want to give it to Charlie Weiss because he called a hell of a game?
We're going to get to that in a little bit as well. But I think the kid coming from, you know, D2, small school, kind of just took the world by storm this year. Should have got a little bit of Heisman, you know, consideration, didn't. But I think if he gets that extension, like you had said already, there's a chance we might be talking about him in New York next year.
Hey, Chambliss might have the best commercial all year, by the way.
Dude, the fact that let's talk about everybody hyped up Austin Simmons, and I'm a fan of Austin Simmons. I still think he has game, but this kid came in and just like, yo, real quick, hold my beer, I got this, and kept Ole Miss in the top 10 90% of the year. So, yeah, I'm gonna go with Trinidad Chambliss on this one.
I love it.
All right, Boom. We're gonna go with you first. Biggest loser from round one of the college football playoff.
One player? Can I pick a whole team?
It whatever who, what, when, why, or where. Whatever you want, buddy.
Oklahoma. I mean, their defense shouldn't have stepped up when it. I mean, and being an alumni, an OU fan, their defense was expected to do far beyond what they did. But and if your quarterback throws 300 yards and has 3 touchdowns, whether he has the worst pick six on the planet, I'm sorry, you should win that at home.
I commend you, my friend, for it takes a lot to swallow that pill. Dino.
I'm gonna go with KC Concepcion. He had a lot of hype coming that he could be wide receiver 3, and he just wasn't there pretty much for most of the game. Yeah, he had four receptions, I think, 3 or 4.
Yeah, for like 36 yards. Or something.
Yeah, but I mean, he wasn't a factor in the game at all.
I'm gonna let that lie because that's something I'm gonna kind of talk about a little bit later. We'll kind of stir that pot back up. I'm gonna go with a combo pack of John Summerall. We'll talk about a little later, and Jake Retzlaff, because I think this hurt him.
Oh yeah,
this was his moment to kind of be like, hey, you guys might want to check me out, going forward here. Yeah. And
He checked out.
Exactly. I think he checked out. So I think he was one of the bigger losers from the weekend. All right, let's get into the next one. Start out with Dino. I know this is fresh. A couple hours ago. Former USF QB Byron Brown will end up at Auburn with head coach Alex Golesh as he's just entered the transfer portal. What are your thoughts here?
This is confirmed. He's already said he's going to Auburn.
No.
Oh, okay.
I would say it's fresh that he's in the portal. He's fresh
Okay.
into the portal. Does he end up at Auburn? Yes or no?
That's the easy choice, but I'm going to say no.
Boom.
I think. Oh, go ahead.
Oh no.
Double no.
Yeah, I don't think it's the right decision.
We're gonna dive into this a little bit, I think, later as well. But I'm gonna go with the percentage is probably higher than 60% for the fact that Deuce Knight is the only quarterback on the roster. Ashton Daniels is entered the portal. Jackson Arnold is entered the portal. They have nobody else but Deuce Knight actively on the roster right now. Alex Golesh is there. I'm going to go with there's a 67.5% chance that Byron Brown is a Auburn Tiger in 2026.
To go 5-7.
Well, I didn't say any of that. I just said I think there's a chance he's going to be there. We can talk about it a little bit more. Keep trade cut. Boomer. DJ Lagway, Dylan Raiola, Brennan Sorsby.
I'm going to keep DJ Lagway. No, I take that back. I'm going to keep Sorsby. I'm going to trade Lagway because I probably get more money. And I'm going to cut Raiola because I don't want a non-leader on my team.
Okay.
Say what I said. But real quick, Dane had a great quarterback since Tommy Frazier, so.
No, the white kid.
Couch? No, bro.
Couch, yeah.
Yeah, Couch. Was he high
Tommy
school?
Frazier go to still not good Tommy Frazier.
To pretty much echo what Boomer said, I have the exact same. Cut Raiola, trade Lagway, keep Sorsby.
It's the leadership, isn't it?
It is. Sorsby gives me Kurt Warner vibes. Like, he doesn't have to be the dog. He can do enough to win. And like you said, if I'm GM thought process, I'm going to get the most out of Lagway. And Raiola, I think, is just a bum.
I got more like AJ McCarron vibes from Sorsby. He's not going to take over a game, but he will lead. He ain't going to lose the game either.
AJ McCarron at the next level didn't lead anybody anywhere. I'm going to go with keep Dylan Raiola, trade DJ Lagway, and cut Brennan Sorsby. I do like Brennan Sorsby, but I'm looking at the overall talent picture and what I have. I know what Brennan Sorsby is now. We know what he is. There's not much more to his ceiling. I think
178.
I don't know what DJ Lagway ceiling is. I don't know what Dylan Raiola's ceiling is. I'll tell you one thing. If some coach can get behind him, like I said before, and tell this kid, yo, just focus on football, listen to what I say, and we're going to win, like a Dan Lanning or someone to that effect, but you're about to unlock a box I don't think anybody's seen. He has the talent.
I'm with you. Talent-wise, Lagway by far. I'm like, you're going to win for me next year. I'm taking Sorsby.
I didn't say anything about win. I just said keep trade cut. That was all. All right. Yeah. Let's get into keep trade cut with some of the running backs that are in the portal. Let's go. CJ Baxter, Dylan Edwards, Hollywood Smothers. Boomer, you're up first.
A little bit different on this one for me. Probably keep trade CJ Baxter. I'm going to trade Dylan Edwards and cut Smothers.
Ooh. Dino, talk to me.
All right. So I'm going to cut Edwards. I'm going to trade Baxter, and I'm going to keep Hollywood.
Okay. I like that. I'm going to be another
for me.
Variation of you guys. I am going to keep Smothers. I'm going to trade Edwards, and I'm going to cut Baxter. I think 2 years ago, I probably would have kept Baxter. I just think there's been too many injuries. He hasn't really shown all the questions I had about Travion Henderson. I have about Baxter, but there was no answer this year. Like, he didn't come back explosive. Henderson came back super explosive. It was just more of like, oh, is he going to be able to do it with Judkins or not? Now, he came back and he held his own. So, I think Smothers at the next level, I think he's very, very underrated. You look at some of the offensive lines that this kid ran behind, they were not top tier. And this kid was in for two bad. The year he went into the portal to go to NC State was kind of his pop season. It wasn't like, oh, whoa, crazy numbers. This year, he put up some numbers on a team. It was just him and Bailey. Like that was really it. If you go and look, I think that this kid has it. So I think when it comes to these three, that's what I love. Baxter coming out of high school. I really thought he was going to be the next great Texas running back. I was like, yo, they just keep hitting, even when they don't even want to hit. You know what I mean? Like they didn't know that Jonathan Brooks was going to hit. Boom, he hit. And then Baxter came out and he was hot for like 5 games, got hurt, and he just continuously seems to get hurt. So that's where I'm going to go.
I mean, the same could be said with Edwards. He's got 1,000 yards over 4 years. Like,
well, and that wasn't because of injury though.
I mean,
it was more so he was buried.
Injury,
when he went to Colorado, they had no run game at all. I think anybody gets a pass on that team that was a running back.
Yeah.
All right. With the crazy news, it's not confirmed yet. As I dug more into it, it's he kind of leads the pack. But is Bobby Petrino and a Bill Belichick, coaching tandem a match made in coaching heaven? Boom, you're up first.
Being in the local area of Arkansas, still can't believe they brought him back. Bill Belichick needs a good mind and not an old mind. So no, I don't think it's a good mix. I wouldn't put Bobby Petrino on my staff at all.
Well, we saw a new mind. I mean, Freddie Kittens, whatever you want to call him, he's pretty young compared to Bobby Petrino. I think he's got at least 15 years on him.
Yeah.
But there's already the memes out. I saw the meme of like a Dumb and Dumber car with Bill's driving, Bobby's on the side.
Oh, don't get me wrong. It's pure comedy.
Jordan. So it's like, what's going on here? Like, that would be. Please give me a camera because I want to see everything.
Oh yeah, I'm here. Maybe they'll both have like motorcycles with their significant other back on.
Dino, what are your thoughts on this?
I mean, anything's better than Freddie Kitchens at this point. And I mean, Bobby kind of elevated Green this year a little bit. If I will say, like, when Bobby started calling plays, I'm not saying Green became a superstar, but he was hot trash a few years ago, and he kind of took that step this year. I'd be more excited if Baker had stayed for UNC and not transferred.
As soon as that came out, he was gone.
Yeah. Because I think he fits more of a Petrino offense than Lopez does.
Yes.
But we'll see.
I'm with you. I think that's just. I think. I know. Boom. You said he needs a young mind, but I just don't think that gels unless it's in the bedroom with Bill Belichick.
Hey-o.
Okay. I just don't think that gels with Belichick. I think that like the youngest it got was Josh McDanielson. Towards the end of it, when Josh got older and started to be like, yeah, dude, I'm not going to do whatever you want me to do. Bill was like, yeah, we'll go somewhere else. Get out of here. You know what I mean? And I think he kind of needs an older. I was surprised that he kept Freddie Kitchens, to be totally honest with you. I thought he was going to be, I was going to bring in his own guy. So the fact that he kind of did that, I think that was his, I'll try the newer, younger guy, but if not, I'm going to go to the well or for the No Country for Old Men. I'll find someone at that table.
Well, and it's someone who's navigated college football, and I hate to say it, at a high level.
Yeah, he's been in the SEC for how long, right? Like,
yeah. So, I mean, it could help him there, too.
I think that would help him in the recruiting process. Bill doesn't have to really go to all the recruitings that he needs to. I'll just go to the big dogs. Bobby can go take care of that because Bobby's offense is going to draw the guys that we need to come in. They were hurting. Like I know there was injuries, but that run game, I know Natron Means is over there as the running back coach, but like they were hurting in the run game. They didn't really have much explosive. I thought Jordan Shipp was going to take that step this year in the wide receiver room. They just nothing. Lopez. Going from Lopez to Max Johnson, it was just a circle from week to week. So I think that kind of maybe not a fresh mind, but something newer in that offense. Because Freddie Kitchens, like I said, was there the year before with Max. Who was it? Max Brown, and it was bad. So, all right, last one. The next coach of the Michigan Wolverines will be ... Dillingham is off the board with the extension is now signed. Kalen DeBoer keeps winning. I don't think that he's going to be the Crimson Tide is going to allow him to leave no matter what money Michigan throws at him or who would even really want to go to Michigan. I hear Bill Pogge's interviewed, the interim coach is interviewed multiple times to be the head coach. I mean, the last program he coached was Charlotte.
And got fired.
And he got fired because they went down the shitter in back-to-back seasons. Who's the next coach at Michigan, Dino?
Kyle Whittingham.
Okay, I like that, but my question to you is, for a man who just left a place.
Yeah, but do you know why he left?
He didn't want to be questioned as when he was gone.
He left so the coach behind him could get the shot, and
he was promised that for a few years.
He was, yeah, absolutely. So instead of holding back his staff, he left
to go to this shitstorm.
Yeah, but that's the kind of coach Michigan needs. A no BS kind of coach.
Don't get me. He's done a lot of Utah.
He's been very successful.
He also took over a phenomenal program when he took it over.
He did.
But he's hit in the recruiting. He's recruited like Swiss Army knife players in that school that have been quarterbacks that have turned into running backs that have turned into wide receivers and defensive backs. Like he's recruited well. He's had offensive. He's gonna have an offensive lineman that's gonna go probably in the top right. Does Utah have offensive lineman that's gonna go in the top 35 probably?
2.
Oh, number 2. So it's like
he's got 2 linemen that'll go.
Yeah, one of them's gonna go top 30 though. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, Fano and Lomu will both probably be day 1 picks.
Brian, welcome. It's been a long time. Merry Christmas to you, my friend. So yeah, I don't know.
Can I give you who I think it will be and who I think it should be?
You can get absolutely. I was just kind of bouncing around off the Whittingham because when he walked away, I'm like, this guy kind of doesn't want to deal with the stress no more. That was kind of like
he flat out said, I want.
I mean, he basically put himself in a transfer portal. Is what he said
that. He said that.
Yeah. So I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, it's a funny conversation. I don't think it's going to be. I think that's a great move for them. But that's not who I think it will be. I think that who they should go after and who they will go after is different. I think a great hire for them would be Jeff Braun.
Okay.
I think who it should be, Mark Schumann, defensive coordinator, Georgia.
I got a guy, and I'm gonna go with. I've been on his podcast multiple times during college football. The Last Call, Chris Connor. I think it's his time. I think this would be the time for his guy that he constantly throws out there for teams that need a coach to change a program. Go get Army, Todd Monken. Bring him in there. Yep. You want to straighten some shit the fuck out? This guy ain't going to take no shit. He's proven he could do it with pretty much nothing. They just run the ball 365 times a game. And he's been ranked in the last 2 seasons. So it's like it doesn't matter what quarterback, doesn't matter what running back. He constantly puts out talent. Like when it comes to like statistics and wins, no BS over there. You're going straight down the line, man. Like I could see him going in there. And if they say, listen, Todd, come in for 3 years. We'll give you a 3-year deal. Straighten this shit out. Get us out of the negative news. Get us out of this shit. Kind of put us back on them. Bro, in the Big Ten, the Michigan really doesn't. Iowa survived. No disrespect.
No, I know.
Iowa survives in the Big Ten, but pretty much being a one-trick pony and running the ball. I think if Monken came in there with a minimalized passing game and run like with the talent that Michigan gets for running backs, shout out to Chris. I think this could be a home run hit because it could change.
I got a big one for you.
Fast. Go ahead.
What if you took the coach from the Big Ten?
Ryan? Dan?
Signetti.
No.
Why not? They extended him.
Yeah.
Who gives a shit if they extended it? That job wasn't open.
Michigan, dude, LSU was open.
You ain't, yeah, but you already know the dumpster fire. I ain't having my mayor talk about my paycheck. So
that was just because he wanted to make sure they got Lane. They wanted the one he wanted, and that was all.
I mean, literally, that guy has so much say there. What I'm saying is, you taking Indiana over Michigan? Any coach in the country, you taking Indiana over Michigan?
Well, hold on. You mentioned paycheck. They gave him what? How much money did he get a year, Lane Kiffin? He's a top 5 coach in the college.
That's LSU. I'm talking about Signetti in Indiana over Michigan.
You said the governor didn't want to empty his pocket.
No. What I'm saying is for Signetti. Are you staying in Indiana if Michigan offers you?
Yes, because I built something back-to-back years in the same conference, homie. I'm coming for your lunch. I'm not going to go sit with the enemy. I'm coming for your lunch. Now, if he was in another conference, right, doing what he was doing somewhere else in a lower program, yeah, I'm going to Michigan. Bro, I'm on your neck, homeboy. I was ranked higher than you all year. I'm in the playoff you want. Why the fuck am I leaving success to go look at? I want to kill myself. I'm chasing women around. Burgergate.
Do you think he can maintain in Indiana for the next 5 years?
I think he can.
I think he can.
I think because he's had success via recruiting and the portal in 2 seasons, I think now it's his program and it's his guys. I think success is there until he decides not to.
Because there's a chance he could get one of those 3 that we just talked about earlier too. That could
more than it. The Sammy Levitt. There are so many guys out there that we don't. Mestamaker could go to Indiana and light the world on freaking fire.
Bro, that would be a great move for them. I think. I think for him it would be a great move
to go to Michigan
over Oklahoma State for sure. Or no, not Michigan,
no, Indiana.
No, I'm talking Mestamaker to go to Indiana.
Go to Indiana. That would be a home run. I believe.
Yeah, I think so too.
All right. That was a little
elongated
rapid fire, but we had to. All right, let's get into this section I want to call pros and cons. Okay, it's going to be a 2-part section. Miami defeats A&M 10-3. This was a rough one to watch, man. Outside of like the wind, there was a lot of things surprised me in this. But let's talk about the elephant in the room. How did Miami Hurricanes and Mario Cristobal pull out a dub in College Station? Please explain it to me like I'm a little kid, because outside of that defensive making some stops and Mark Fletcher in the second half, if you stat watch, you would have thought this kid dominated. He was non-existent for 2 quarters. In the second half, he took over for them.
Yeah, it was like really a quarter and a half.
Yeah, because like 6 minutes in the second.
Yep.
And the third quarter, boom, just took off. It was insane. Tell me what were the pros here? How were they able to do it? And then I want you to give me your MVP from the Hurricanes, whether it's Malachi Toney, Mark Fletcher, Ruben Bain, or Bishop Fitzpatrick. Dino, you're up first.
I mean, they rode Francis Mauanaga's ass pretty much, and that's how they were able to do it, because Mark Fletcher just to the right side every single time in the second half, right behind him. And honestly, the DBs stepped up a completely whole nother level that I didn't think they had, honestly. They locked down Concepcion, Carver, all their weapons over there. So pretty much those 2. And then I said it earlier, my MVP is Mark Fletcher. He literally ran them to the victory. So
did Mugungai move up from probably, I mean, we see him through some things, and he's like a top 30 pick, top 45 pick. Did he put himself in middle of the first round with how dominant he was in this game? Because we talked about how A&M and Texas Tech probably had the best front line, even linebacker group in this playoff, right? Like, and he just was always moving forward. There was holes.
Yeah, like what's his actual? I mean, he gives me like mixed. Like, he's not a small cat, by the way.
Yeah, no.
Like, he is not a small cat. It's hard to like say. He gives me like his burst though. He still has like James Cook burst vibes.
Oh, Fletcher,
right?
Yes. Fletcher, yeah.
He gives me Mark Ingram vibes.
In Derrick Henry's body.
Well, because Ingram. Think about Ingram though at Alabama. He was a ball, bro, but he wasn't fat. He was solid.
He was
wearing a half belly shit with like 8 abs out there. You know what I mean? Like this. So Mark, and he just ran people over. But if he got away,
Williams.
Yeah,
wow.
That's probably a better comp than Ingram.
Wow. That is a good.
I'm here for it. You know what? I'm sticking with it.
That's a good comp.
Get myself goosebumps.
I love it. I love that.
Off the dark.
You mentioned Casey Concepcion, and I wanted to circle about this. So I want to talk about this a little bit, because I asked you guys multiple times in the chat, is Colin Klein coaching? Is he coaching the offense? And you said yes, correct?
Yeah, he coached the game.
No, that's going to be my answer for down this sheet.
Because I need to understand how you were using. Well, I got 2 points that has to do with this. Mario Kramer in the Casey Concepcion role, right? They had him outside of the run. They had Casey run the ball 1 or 2 times. But the way that they were lining up Craver in the slot, quick slants, mesh, I'm like, yo, this is what KC did all year, and Craver was the outside threat, right? And when you put Craver on the outside, he couldn't remember what to stay inside the end zone or out of the end zone, because any wide receiver in that position that runs that route normally knows where the back of the end zone is. Like, I'm sorry. That's a little bit on Marcel Reed, too. The ball was a little bit high, but you got to know where the end zone ends. And then they were using Casey Concepcion in the Mario Craver role, and that's not his role outside of the runs. I was totally confused. Again, let's talk about this sequence at the goal line in Colin Klein, okay? You throw the ball out of bounds on first down, but it should have been a touchdown if he just eased up a little bit or kind of cut in on the route sooner. Instead of hitting Casey Concepcion on the cross, you decided you're going to try to feed it into Ruben Owens, who gets sandwiched and almost murdered at the goal line. Ball's incomplete. Again, next play, Bishop found himself another lovely treat and pick number 2 in the game. I just think
terrible pass, by the way.
Terrible pass.
Yeah.
Is there a reason why Marcel Reed is not running the ball in any one of them 3 plays? You had success on the ground. You go 22 personnel, and you let Marcel Reed draw somebody and either keep it or toss the ball. Like, I just could not understand the play call. And I'm like, yo, he came in there with the most vanilla game script and offensive playbook that I had seen from A&M all year. And
like
now
you're scared of the wind or something. I don't know.
But that had nothing to do with their game plan. Their game plan, they don't have to be the home run hitters. I see them play multiple games. Their game plan, a lot of the
that's
time,
the thing.
intermediate set up the deep.
They threw some bombs and just shut down as soon as they did. Like, it was.
It was mind blowing to me.
Someone was trying to recruit next week instead of play next week.
And that's going to be another point I think we're going to get to a little bit later. But yeah, I was dumbfounded at the game plan. I was dumbfounded at how I talked about it, and I ate a little bit of crow because I thought I was wrong, but maybe I wasn't wrong. Maybe Marcel Reed didn't take that step that we thought he did, and maybe these receivers were the reason why it looked like he took that step, because when the receivers kind of didn't perform like they were supposed to, we saw the Marcel Reed that we questioned in 2024. So that's where I kind of am about that. As far as my MVP, before I pass it to Boom, I got to go Ruben Bain, man. He gets so overlooked. Those others guys, who's the other guy at the other end of the he's got a crazy last name. Mesidor only gets one-on-one looks because Ruben Bain is drawing 2. Those 3 guys on that line should thank Ruben Bain every single game is over for everything he does for them. Even, I mean, I'm not saying they're not talented, but they are getting looked at more and more on tape by scouts because of Ruben Bain and what he brings, and then they are getting better looks. Mesidor is an NFL talent, but man, if Ruben Bain wasn't there, I don't know if Mesidor would be as dominant as he is without Bain.
Yeah.
So for me, Bain is an instant game changer.
He's a dude.
And I think that he can have the same kind of impact that like a Will Anderson had for Houston. Maybe not right away in year 1, but in year 2, Will Anderson figured it the hell out.
So here's the caveat to that. He's going to get pushed inside because all the reports are that he's got short arms.
Short arms is fine, but he's a monster of a human being.
Oh, yeah. He's gonna fit more of that Cansey role that down in Tampa than an edge rusher.
So you think they're going to have him at tackle?
Yeah.
I just think he's too athletic.
Yeah.
30-inch arms kind of will push him inside.
You don't think that they might push him to a linebacker?
I don't think he runs fast enough.
It's crazy. Like, we care about arms all of a sudden, and look at, hey, not for nothing, but we questioned Will Campbell's arm length, and
he's killing it. Yeah,
he was killing it. So
yeah,
I mean, for me, talent over everything. So if the kid's been doing it against the top talent with short arms, then he can do it the next level.
Cyrus Gray's little ass is playing linebacker. You know what I mean? So who's your boy that was at the Senior Bowl? He plays for Minnesota. Little dude.
The linebacker?
Yeah.
Lindenberg? Oh, what is it? Oh.
It's a short name, Vaughn or a little bit. Man, he's a little like a little bowling ball. He's like 5'9", 5'10". We were like, this dude just gets tackles. He had like 11 tackles in the Senior Bowl.
Oh, that was the year that what's his face? He went to the Cowboys.
Overshown?
Yeah,
same year as Overshown, because we're talking about short linebackers that were just jacked.
Pine. Oh my gosh, it's gonna drive me nuts.
Pine? Is it Pine?
Vikings linebacker.
I forget.
It's gonna drive me nuts until I see it. So
my next question, I'm gonna ask you, Boomer, as you try to find out who it was.
Ivan Pace.
Oh, Pace. Yes. Another guy. He's short guy, but dominant.
Little short monster, bro.
It's a little different than an edge.
Little short monster, though.
Yeah. Boomer, can the Hurricanes play the same way versus the Buckeyes and be victorious? I mean, we're looking at 12 first downs.
No.
Listen,
listen, you had your Cinderella story in the first round. I'm here for it. I'm happy for you. Phenomenal game. You showed up to College Station, arguably, top 3 places to play on the planet. Mm-hmm. The football gods were with you to let the win come. So the field goal kickers were scared to death to kick it. I mean, it was bad news. You got them on a perfect day, to be honest with you. Quarterback wasn't vibing, even though your quarterback wasn't vibing. And that dude's been dropping, he's been fumbling since the offseason with his girlfriend. So, but you don't drop a Kavner twin and not make the news here, buddy. And Fletcher just balled out. Listen, I'm going to make Beck beat me, and Ohio State was my day one pick, and I'm not going away from it. I mean, we'll go all the way back. They've been my number one from the get-go, and I still think they're going to win it all again.
Beck was reminding himself, to quote KT, why he left the SEC. I want nothing to do with any of that. Of that. Yeah. I don't think so. Like you can't see. This is my thing: is you can't rely on a true freshman. He's hell of a player, but you cannot rely on Malachi Tony, because I got 2 words for you, Caleb. Oh, he's not there no more. Yeah, he is, right? Caleb Downs.
Yeah, he's still there.
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Caleb Downs. I'm like, he didn't get hurt. And for some reason, I thought he got hurt.
Nope.
Caleb Downs will eliminate Malachi Tony. Find another way to beat me.
Oh, I agree.
Find another way to beat me, because I don't think he can. Because that front 4 of Ohio State is going to make that.
It's going to be a long day.
Going to make those lanes small.
Caden McDonald's going to earn himself some money in this game. He's going to eat Carson Beck for lunch.
1,000%.
Styles is a name that people forget about. We don't really hear about it as much. He's a Swiss Army knife. He plays all over the place. This is a kid who plays linebacker that can play DB and safety. Caleb Downs kind of silences him because, he's that dude. But we got to remember, before Caleb Downs transferred to Ohio State, it was supposed to be Sonny Styles' time, right? It was supposed to be his time. The guys in front of him had left. It was supposed to be his time to take over. And he's been cool as a cucumber, man, through the whole process. I don't have no problem being Robin to Caleb Downs as Batman. I think this kid's going.
People still have Styles in the late first. Like,
I know.
A lot of people talk, but I'm just saying, like, not a lot of people talk about.
He falls under the radar.
Exactly. Like,
I think he has a big game, and he's a freshman. And people haven't really talked about him because Jackson's a dude, right?
Oh,
but Peoples, watch out.
Here's my thing: is I've watched quite a few Ohio State games.
They need to get that ball, that kid more carry. He got almost 6 yards to carry and don't get enough opportunity.
They rotate guys a lot. It seems as though Donaldson is the red zone back for the most part, being as big as he is. Bo gets some attempts.
I don't get it why. Like he's a 3 yard to carry guy. Like
he's the biggest guy, bigger back on the team with the most carries. So that I think that's
West too.
But when we're talking 20 to 20, give me Bo, bro. I feel like Bo has that the most athleticism in him. I feel like Bo can make those quick, subtle jump cuts, and all of a sudden now we have 5 yards of freedom in front of me, and we're cooking.
Here's my question: who on the defense going to guard all those receivers?
That's why I was saying my wild card is Brandon Ennis, because they're going to be focused on the
such
outside.
A dude.
And
does Tate have another one of those games in him like he did against Texas? That's my question.
I don't think he'll have to. I don't think he'll have to.
So they got what's his face back, right? They got. Let me see here.
Because I think Claire and Ennis just eat this game, and then obviously Ohio State's running back.
Who's the DB that Miami got back for this week? He had missed like the previous 3 or 4 games.
Didn't he get hurt though?
No, he played this game. He missed the previous 3 or 4, and he played.
Oh, I'm thinking of the running back. Never mind.
So I feel like he was an X factor for them. Like I said it in the previous week with KC. I'm like, I don't know who's going to stop those receivers. Like, who's going to stop KC and Craver? I wasn't expecting them to get a veteran back, but I think that all of these guys are going to eat.
I mean, with all due respect, Craver and Casey are not Jeremiah Smith or Tate.
No.
Or Ennis.
I think Casey Concepcion is better than Brandon Ennis.
I don't think he's tougher. That's my thing.
That they play a different position.
Yeah,
they play wide receiver, but they play a different
position.
Play
slot.
Brandon Ennis ain't taking no runs out the backfield.
No, that's just not Ohio State's. But I mean, like slot to slot.
I mean, they got 4 running backs.
Yeah.
So does Texas A&M. If you wouldn't have known it, though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, they need Daniels to show up, bro. That's my thing. Miami's going to need Carson Beck to
not be Timmy.
Yeah.
They need Tony to have a blow-up game for them to have a chance.
Has he ever been the Carson Beck from Georgia before the elbow injury? I haven't seen it in Miami.
No.
You see a throw here and there, you're like, oh, okay. But I feel
he gives you enough to be like, oh, is he coming back? And then 2 plays later.
No, there it is. He dangled the hot meat over and the alligator got it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. When you look at the paper, the talent's oozing on both sides of the ball, and Mario Cristobal seems like he is in his groove right now. Like, I got in a kind of discussion as well when I was talking to my father-in-law about the game. I'm like, I don't know if Mario Cristobal's coaching won them the game, or Aggies didn't play up to par. But I also don't think Mike Elko lost them the game.
No, that's why. So when we talk about this next one, I'm just gonna roll into it because we're talking about it now. So did Cristobal out coach Elko? And my question was going to be no, or my answer was going to be no. It's Colin Klein lost them the game with his shitty offensive call. It wasn't Cristobal. It wasn't Elko. It was a rookie head coach or soon-to-be head coach trying to show he knows what he's doing when I don't think he's ready to play with the big dogs just yet.
Oh, man. See, this is why I set up docs. This just rolls in. We're going to roll into the next pros and cons of coaching 2 teams. In my eyes, coaching 1 team is hard enough. How in God's name do you think you can do both? What are your thoughts on coaches that are leaving programs but deciding they want to stay through the bowl/playoff? Did Bob Chesney outplay himself by trying to do too much while coaching James Madison and trying to recruit and get things set up at UCLA? Was John Summer on the right mindset heading into this Ole Miss rematch against a coaching staff that was kind of up in shambles at Ole Miss? Like, you got the new guy mixed with the old guys, and you had a chance here to kind of stack a little bit, but maybe you should have just stayed in your lane in Florida and done your thing there. Charlie Weiss did have success this weekend. We talked about this game with Ole Miss and Tulane, but I didn't really like the comments by Pete Golding. We'll get to that in a little bit, but let's talk about in a broader picture as a whole. How are we feeling about trying to coach a team that you had success with while trying to get your another school on the ground, get the recruiting there's a short amount of time. You're looking at a 20-day window to try to get everything going for yourself for the next year, while trying to convince the guys that you ran with all year you're still all in and you're trying to win. Dino, what are your thoughts?
I'm a little torn on it. I mean, I give props to the coaches for trying to keep that stability for the year. Because I mean, they are young kids, and sometimes the littlest things can unravel quickly. So I give them props there. But at the same time, they may be stretching themselves a little too thin, trying to do, like you said, 2 jobs at once, especially like coast to coast jobs.
Fly in.
That's
fly
that.
out.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I can see both sides of it.
Boom. What are your thoughts?
No, I don't like it. If I'm being honest with you, I think that I'll actually love that Golding took over as a head coach, and I think it was smart of him to like be the guy. The Ole Miss side, I'll get back to that because I think there's a different thing there. Summerall was out of his play. I don't think the JMU coach should have been, in a position to even coach. That JMU should have been in the game, but I'd taken at least 4 more teams over them right now. I mean, I'd rather have Duke if I'm being honest with you. They won their conference championship on a team that when they actually play people. So take the JMU side out of it, take the Summerall side of it because you're group of 5. For me, for Golding, and you're going to get to his comments in a second, as you said, I feel like it was one of those things like this is a chance for you to show it isn't, somebody else's playbook. It isn't me, doing this and that. But also, isn't it a good time to say, you know what? Maybe I should stay here. And maybe I should show that I'm a true offensive coordinator, not behind somebody else. And maybe this is what I really need to be. What happens if you be committed somewhere else? But we watch coaches go to be a head coach somewhere, even in the pros, and then went to somewhere else the next day. Probably the greatest decision of his coaching career. And, what happens if they said, you know what, Charlie, how about we just pay you and you stay and you prove that you're the guy here at Ole Miss? Maybe that's what he really did it.
So I love both of what you guys said. I'm going to touch a little bit on both because it's recent. You just talked about James Madison. 34 points. I'm a Ducks fan, but 34 points don't make you think that they maybe like kind of deserve to be there a little bit? Or
I mean,
maybe
they outscored them 28-17 in the second half.
100%.
I know a lot of seniors that don't play in that half, played in the second half.
Dante Moore played every snap of that game. They didn't
I wouldn't have done that, by the way.
I think Chesney just let the moment get to him a little bit to start the game, and it was just too deep of a hole to dig themselves out of.
Okay.
Go with that.
Because had James Madison played like they did the second half the whole game, we might have been talking about a 12 upset.
So they had no turnovers, bro.
I know.
They played mistake-free football, and after getting 34, hung on them at halftime.
Exactly.
They came out, but Chesney. Now I'm against the double coaching thing. I hate it. I think it's stupid. But this dude came up with, I got my back against the wall. I think, I'm going to tell you something. I think this opened the eyes for other programs bigger than UCLA off this game alone for Bob Chesney.
I thought he should have gone to Penn State.
I thought he was going to Penn State. Which tells you people like there's something about Penn State people don't want to go to.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying nothing about Matt Campbell. I think it was time for Matt Campbell to go move on from Iowa State. I think he proved the best he was going to.
All he could. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was time for him to start fresh. So kudos to him for going. My thing is this. I think they're kind of with these short windows and pushing everything. I think they're kind of screwing these coaches and schools because they're making them make the decisions. But I think I'm going to be 45, in June. I came from where, cool, you were good as an offensive coordinator for a couple of years. I can put in your time, bro. Earn your stripes. Now it seems as though every school is trying to find the next hot, young, up and coming coach that catch the fire in the pan. Let these dudes prove themselves. Let Chesney stay at Jace Madison for another year or two and put Madison on the map and be a team. Like a Boise had been ranked for 2-3 years, right? You're in the playoff. You're battling back and forth now, right? You're making a name for yourself. You're not getting questioned. They shouldn't even have been in there. Who did they play? They got beat by Duke, who lost 5 games, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, these are the things you're hearing. Like Tulane, again. Yeah, I know. We all knew. I knew this. We talked about earlier. This was a stepping stone for Summerall because of the way he changed his culture and his demeanor. But like, let Summerall stay at Tulane and have success for a few. Willie Fritz was there for how long? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I just when I came up with college football and I've been watching it for 20 plus years, you had to,
earn it.
Your time, earn your keep. It wasn't just, oh, we sucked last year. Like now we got to go find somebody else. So we got to be, what it is. It's social media. It's the instant gratification. And I know it's tough to be a GM or to be an AD in college nowadays. We don't give these guys enough credit. We kind of shit on them more so than anything. What's up, Moon? Shout out my guy, Moon. CFB Moon, World of Moon. Cooking all the time at KT. Got their night show. Check them out. But yeah, man, I just let these guys put in their time. I'm not trying to say 20 years, right? But we got coaches that are 28, 29 years old now, offensive coordinators, wide receiver coaches, and they get 2-3 years of it. Like Brendan Marion, I think he went the better route. I'm gonna go be a head coach at a small program. Got my feet wet. I wasn't ready. Guess what? I'm gonna go be offensive coordinator somewhere else, have success, find myself, make sure I'm ready to go when I take that right job to be the real, a head coach where I want to make a name for myself. I'll be ready. I think they're kind of rushing this, and it's forcing these guys to kind of play both sides against the middle. So I'm against it as well. Let's talk about these comments by Charlie, by Pete Golden about Charlie Weiss. Boy, who the fuck told you could open your mouth? Homeboy, your own school that announced you head coach told you we don't trust the fucking thing you do, so we're going to bring back 3/4 of the old staff outside of Lane to coach this game, because if we were to lose this, Lane would have won, right? It would have been Lane 100% victorious.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But they didn't, because they couldn't afford that. So they brought young Charlie back. And Charlie, this is why I said Chambliss was my winner of the weekend, because with all the shit that was going on, not knowing what Charlie was going to call, not knowing if Pete Golden was going to try to flex in his one time at being coach right now, if he was going to say, nah, I'm not letting you do all this, I'm the head coach, it's my team, this is what we're going to do, he kind of let Charlie do his thing. They cooked, they played real well. Chambliss looked good, Lacey looked good. I think Striblin's going to be at least going in the second round, because this kid's got it. But another kid that don't really get talked about as much. Yeah, I don't know why he's opening his mouth. Like, bro, you don't need to be drawing any attention to yourself. You did nothing to catch a W, bro. You put a suit on, showed up, and got dubs and got happy. And if they're going to continue to let Charlie coach, all Charlie's doing is saying, Lena, you got 1 year. You got me for one, dude, because my phone doesn't stop ringing. Shit, Charlie Weiss could be the Michigan head coach.
I mean, I love the take. That thing is if they do run another one, which love or hate it, they could win that game.
Yes,
Who do they play?
In the playoff?
Georgia.
Yeah, they played Georgia.
Okay.
Rematch, right?
And rematch, and they had them down.
Which, they had them
let's be real, they lost it because of bad head coaching.
Mm-hmm.
So let's just get that one. If you do win that game, right, and you probably become the favorite by winning that game, because it depends on what happens with Ohio State and Indiana, obviously.
Yeah.
Right. But you definitely put yourself in a position to be like, you know what? I know that I have this job already, but I'm with you. You cannot tell me that if he does what he's supposed to do and they put numbers up, that phone is, he might have to turn that mother lover off before New Year's.
So my only concern with this is, I guess it's not even a concern because I think the guy that I'm going to talk about is an offensive genius in his own right. Are we just looking at another Joe Brady, though?
We could be. But here's my other thing. Can I throw can I throw a Molotov cocktail into the fire?
Yeah, absolutely.
Marcus Freeman's not coaching in Notre Dame next year. He's going to the Giants.
No,
so there's another. Bro, the New York Giants can throw way more money than Notre Dame can. And you
ain't got to recruit.
Way more money. I'm sorry, Dino. The Giants, as an NFL franchise, can give him way more money.
More than one of the most prestigious schools in the country's.
You don't have to recruit anymore.
He doesn't have to recruit for Notre Dame.
And since we're on the conversation, Notre Dame, we got all kinds of schools saying we don't want to play you.
I'm not even like Notre Dame fan by marriage. I'm not. That's not my team at all. But 0% chance he leaves Notre Dame. I'm willing to throw 50 on it right now.
Wow!
In front of everyone.
You know what? I take the bet.
All right.
I think that there's going to be multiple openings still before the season, before this the postseason is
Tampa Bay better be open. I'll tell you that.
The only way I see him leaving Notre Dame is if, by the grace of God, Ryan Day got fired. And Ohio State, Archie calls him up and says, "Brother, come home." That's the only way he's leaving Notre Dame.
Wow. So you think he just wants to stay college football coach for the rest of his life?
Yeah. At Notre Dame?
I don't know. I think a lot of these guys.
Okay, I'm sorry. He's not leading Jackson Dart and CTE Scatabo anywhere of relevancy. He could be the New York Giants head football coach for 5 years and then tops. He could be Notre Dame's head coach for the next 20. Because then guess what? He goes to the New York Giants, fired probably within 5 years. Then he has to start over.
So why would he be fired if he have no confidence in his coaching ability? I mean, we're talking about a conference that this is the first time in 20 years they've had a repeat champion. We saw Jaden Daniels come in there with the Washington Commanders and turn the conference upside down.
Unless the Giants are going to do one of the stupidest things like the Houston Texans did and let Marcus have almost sole control over the roster, I don't trust anybody that they would come. What's his name? Joe? What? Joe S. Yeah, whatever his name is.
Yeah.
He'd have to go before anything.
He will be.
That guy can't freaking draft to save his.
He got.
Had a good draft this year. It's not his fault. Abdul Carter is one screw loose upstairs.
Right.
But they had a good draft.
They arguably had the best draft.
He could have. I wouldn't go the best draft, but
they had two starters within midseason that were performing. Dalton Scatterbo were starters.
And their number one receiver went down.
Yeah, but still. He'd have if he went to the Giants, he's not lasting more than 5 years.
Why? If they make the playoffs as a wild card in year one,
he ain't making the playoffs in year one with the Giants.
Why though? What is it?
Because that offensive line is garbage.
So you draft and you sign free agents. Look at what Washington did do. They were the bottom. They were right.
Bottom barrel.
Where's Washington now?
He didn't play. He played what, 5 games?
It's the same team minus Jaden Daniels.
You played Marcus Mariota at age 37 and
so you're going to tell me Cam Scatterbo, when he comes back, he's going to be the reason the Giants go to the playoffs.
No, but you got Jackson Dart, and you got their wide receiver and their tight end.
Okay, I'm going to throw that back at you. They had, granted, older veterans, but they had Debo, they had McLaurin, they had Zach Ertz, who might have actually had probably his second best season of almost his entire career before he got hurt.
Okay.
And yes, sure, they had to throw shit at a wall and hope it stuck at quarterback.
And no running back. Austin Eckler went down week 4. He was there starting.
That dog in the preseason. They would not let him
Krosky Merritt?
Yeah.
Bill? All of a sudden, Bill, who could struggle to get carries.
And they let Brian Robinson go. Was their starting running back.
Right, to San Francisco.
Brian Robinson couldn't stay healthy to save his life.
They were rolling out Chris Rodriguez for the last 3 weeks, dude, at running back.
You could have. Yes. I'm aware of that.
I'm just saying,
But
it
if he
wasn't
goes
like
to the Giants, he's starting over within 5 years. If he stays in college right now, he's at the mountaintop. He's at one of the schools that's at the mountaintop.
okay, and I'm not disagreeing, but some people want to make it to the pinnacle, right? They have success at the NFL.
He
They always
is
want to.
at the pinnacle.
No, NFL's the pinnacle.
No.
What are these kids playing for then in college to go where?
Hey, guess what? A lot of people make more money on NIL now than they will in the NFL.
I mean, you know what's funny? You say he's at the pinnacle, and I'm not trying to be devil's advocate here, but when's the last time Notre Dame won national championship?
They played for it last year.
I don't give a shit when they
played for it last year.
Oklahoma played for 6 since I've been alive. They've
No, I'm
only
just
won
saying.
one.
Hey, all right, I'll throw it right back at you. I consider Oklahoma. Well, I considered Oklahoma to be one of the best college football programs
Of all time. They are.
of all time. Yeah. When was the last time they played for a national championship?
The 2005.
Was it
They
5?
got waxed.
Okay. I think I was 13.
Yeah, well, I've been alive for 2 national championships, so
Let's pump the brakes on. We play for national championships.
but they've been in it. They've won 2 since I've been alive. When was the last time they won
15
one?
years older than
When's the
me,
last time Notre Dame won a national championship? None of us were alive.
Both of you actually were.
I'm 40. I'm 44 years old.
It was in the 80s. So both of you actually were.
Yeah, we were. I was like 4
with Lou Holtz.
Yeah. No, I was older than. I was late 80s, so I was probably like 7.
Yeah, it was like 88, 89.
Yeah. I was 7 years old.
So both of you actually were alive.
Okay, but I'm not. But we're
my
talking literally almost 40 years ago.
I'm talking pinnacle. Like to me, like NFL's the
it all depends on. He may consider college. I mean, there's fan bases that think college football is better than NFL.
Agreed.
I
do. But I'm just.
Yeah. And when you talk about the best schools, prestige-wise, college football, you're going to throw out Notre Dame in your top 5.
Nick Saban was the best coach ever, correct?
Yeah, and look at what he did.
He went to Miami while he was hot. He was hot, and then he went to Miami.
He took over a terrible. That team was terrible.
What I'm saying, he sucked.
And, I mean, you got to throw devil's advocate. Had they actually signed Drew Brees, he might have lasted a full season.
Maybe,
they rolled with Dante Culpepper.
So,
I'm just
the man, DAMANN.
I also think the second half of his career was better than the first half of.
But he was hot.
But he won a natty
when he went to Miami and came back.
Beat Oklahoma in that natty, by the way.
For a reason, right? And Nick was getting paid money. They were going to. Every school before he went to the Dolphins was throwing bags at Nick.
Sure.
I'm just saying it's. They believe college is the.
But you also got to think, Nick came from the NFL, went to college. Marcus has only known college.
He was an assistant.
Nick was.
Yeah,
he came from the NFL.
Nick, can you hold my headphones? Nick, can you hold my headphone wire and chase me around on the sideline, Nick? That's what Nick.
Oh, you mean defensive coordinator for the Cleveland Browns?
I'm gonna play devil's advocate here.
Over who?
Here's where I get to play devil's advocate here. My uncle Bill is considered one of the best high school football coaches of all time, by far. In the state of Oklahoma, right? He's got like 10 state championships in Oklahoma and Arkansas, right? He left high school after winning a state championship, didn't even have a job, so he would be available to go coach college football. Then we became an assistant in college football, then became a head coach, won 11 games at Tulsa. By the way, haven't done it since he left there. He did it because he had to know if he was good enough to play at the next level. You tell me Marcus Freeman, as a competitor, doesn't want to know if he's going to play coach the next level?
In his prime? In his prime.
Not for a team like the Giants.
Guess what, homie? Guess what? The only jobs available in the NFL are for shitty-ass teams, because if you're winning, you don't need a coach unless he died.
And you
I'm going to throw a caveat on there.
What's the chances you get the chance to go, hey, let me go coach for the Chiefs?
Yeah, I know, right?
I get what you're saying. But look at the same time, all right, I'm going to throw this at you. If you had to pick between the Giants and the Bengals, because both jobs are probably going to be open come the season end, which one you taking?
I don't know who the quarterback of the Bengals going to be next year.
Joe don't even know if he wants to keep playing.
I'm just saying, if rosters as of right now, which one you taking?
This is kind of on it. I mean, if I get the same offensive line
Or
that you're
even
saying,
Boomer just said he hopes Tampa Bay is open. I wouldn't consider Tampa Bay.
Okay, so
a
maybe
shitty
not the
job.
Giants. Let's just say the NFL. I don't think Marcus Freeman is coaching at Notre Dame. I think he's going to be in the NFL next year.
I'm still sticking to my guns. I think he's
Because I don't think there's enough. I think they've as fast as my going back to my other point about letting these guys establish themselves. I think the NFL's recycled all these young guys that they thought were going to be hot fire guys that didn't pan out, and they end up going back to the old dogs or the guys that maybe won 8 games here and there. Like I don't know.
I'm kind of with you. I think he's the Giants' next head coach. So there's that.
Everything I read,
I'll throw 50 on it right now.
I've already told you I'll take 50 that goes to the NFL.
All right.
All right, let's get on to the next one here. And this is going to be a hot, sore subject for Boomer, but I got a few points I want to talk about on this.
Just second me.
Close the curtains. Alabama defeats Oklahoma 34-24. I need to know, because I was dumbfounded. I put this in the chat. I watched it multiple times. I know number 9 was there in a distance, but did Mattia think Oklahoma was wearing white for a second? Because that was one of the worst pick 6 I have ever seen.
So I was obviously, front center on this one, sitting there talking to the girlfriend about it. I looked at it as like, he's about to throw this interception because it looks like they're going to run cover 0. And Keontez Lewis, right, just keeps running. The check on the cover 0 is a quick hook. He don't even turn. He don't even breathe like he going to turn. So terrible decision. Easily the worst pass he's made probably in his college career. But that's not where Oklahoma lost it.
No, they lost it with.
They lost it the play after, arguably his best play of the game that didn't work out.
Boomer.
He almost gets sacked, rolls out left, throws an absolute dot to an open running back who shortchanges his hands, right? Instead of hey, 4 inches, bro. Just 4 inches longer. But you decide to T-Rex it and to go right through your fingers. And then you somehow just drop a punt that was in your hands. You're just like, you know what? This doesn't feel right. So I'm going to drop it on the ground instead of punting it. Worse, it literally was a 10-point swing. Should have been 24-7 on one play.
Hey, first of all, why? I saw a lot of it this weekend. Why are we catching balls with our arms? I was always talking with my hands, bro. What's the problem? Why are we basket catching everything nowadays?
Bro, I would have taken a basket catch and try to, instead of let it off your fingertips, because you're doing this like T-Rex in it.
At least he didn't pull Mark, Andrews.
All you do.
Now, Boomer,
4 inches.
where's the run game been, bro?
No, there is none.
It's been 2 years. I'm gonna jump a point here, but
been
Adrian
longer
Peterson and Samaje Perine are sick.
We can keep going. Joe Mixon, Ronnie Anderson.
But Murray's there. What's going on?
Yeah, well, that's the problem. He ain't running the ball. He's trying to coach.
Well, he ain't doing a good job teaching them.
Listen.
Is his job on the line?
Job on the line for DeMarco. Listen, I'm glad you signed this for me way back in the day, right? Here you are, my guy.
I see it. Yep.
Right? Great player. Get the out of here. You're not a coach.
It's terrible.
Like that. I just dropped the ball. It's what you've been doing for 2 seasons as a running back coach. Yeah. Yes, it's time. He got to go.
1.7 yards per carry. Boy, Boomer, you guys haven't had 1,000-yard back since Eric Gray that you told me sucked.
There's one thing. Hey, there's one thing he learned from DeMarco Murray. That was the jump step. That's it.
Yo, it's been what? We're looking at almost 4 years.
It's funny. I'm glad you brought up Eric Gray real quick, because the number he was wearing is the amount of yards that pretty much we've had since he left, 0.
It's been bad.
It's been rough.
Dino. Many men wish death upon me. Is Ty Simpson back? because boy, he came back from 17 points down, and I feel like when they played it backfired on OU. When that came out, my boy got gassed.
It was over before that.
Yeah,
but he was ready.
We were down 17.
I'm not gonna lie. I was texting my dad. I was drinking the Kool-Aid when it was 17-0. I was like, holy shit. This is the John Mateer that everyone thought was gonna win the Heisman. And then I saw that pass where it was like 20 yards away from the wide receiver when he was wide open. Could have easily been 24-0 at that point. But yeah, like you said, they played that. Ty Simpson, he needed this, honestly, because there was a lot of people that were like, something's wrong with Ty Simpson. Ty Simpson's fell off. Ty Simpson needs to come back for another year. And he was like, wait a minute, I can still sling this a little bit. But at the same time, it wasn't all just Ty Simpson. That defense, I think it was 60-40. I want to say more defense than it was Ty Simpson. But again, he needed this come out party, whatever you want to call it, in the playoffs. He needed it badly.
I'm going to say outside of was it Bernard who made the Randy Moss off the back of your shoulder blades catch, which was absolutely stupid. Outside of that pass, Ty Simpson, after the first 6 minutes of that game, was firing on all cylinders.
Got his mojo back.
And Mojo, that boy found his moxie. Did you watch the press conference?
No, I didn't.
Bro, they asked him, like, oh, does it feel good to come back? You know, you guys, faced Oklahoma before, blah, blah, blah. You've been down. He goes, thank you. I want to thank all you guys. You wrote me and these guys off. We appreciate that. Keep going. Like, I'm like, oh, every time the coach or who was it? I think it was the other Lawson, the linebacker was on. Every time they was no, hold on, let me get up in there real quick. And he had some kind of like zinger to throw. He's like, this is what we do. 17 points, down 17 points. Give me the ball. Let's go. I'm like, yo, 3 weeks ago, everybody in the country was ready to hang this kid out like he was done. I think that, he's one of those kids that can hear the noise and it fuels the fire. Like he's like Cam Newton before Cam Newton became a TV personality. When Cam Newton heard the noise at Carolina, bro, it's Superman had the cape on. There was not a kryptonite in the world that could stop him.
Except his shoulder.
Right. By injury. But I think Ty Simpson is one of these kids, one of these dogs, right? Like you see all these dogs on the porch. Who's the big dog on the porch? I think Ty Simpson is big dog on the porch. I think when people talk shit, he puts his belt buckle on a little bit tighter. Let me go out there and show you that I got this. I think that was a eye-opening performance for him. When it mattered on the road. Well, we always talk about quarterbacks on the road, whether it's their first start or a big game. You got to change your cadence. A lot of times you're going silent counts, right? There's a lot of times everything's got to be short and quick because you can't hurt it. You don't have the time to get the play out to everybody. You can't change the way you want to at the line of scrimmage because nobody can hear you. It's more tapping and two-stepping, and everybody's got to know where you're at. This kid was locked and loaded without Ryan Williams because somebody go find a milk boy.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
Put him on a cotton.
Well, that's why I said, is he transferring? Because, like,
did he transfer already?
I was going to say, he did not seem interested at all in, like, that.
Bernard just makes the kid look non-existent.
Yeah.
It's insane. Absolutely insane. So, I think this, I love when white boys got swag, bro.
He solidified himself as QB3 and deserving of a first-round pick. I think
he's back end of the first round.
Yeah, back
somewhere
end.
Between 20 and 31. Somewhere
like
in
wherever the Steelers fall is. I'm going to follow that.
You ready? I wouldn't be surprised if Kansas City gave him a fucking telephone call.
I mean, they rolled out Chris Okolanda, or however you say his
name.
I
thought he was a linebacker. I look at that name, I said, that's a linebacker. This dude played for South Dakota State.
I was going to South Dakota State quarterback, yeah.
Yep.
He struggled. When I seen his name come in.
Well, I mean, he didn't think he was going to play. You know what I mean? Didn't expect the other quarterback there is ACL. So
it said Isaiah Pacheco run, Isaiah Pacheco run, Isaiah Pacheco reception, Isaiah Pacheco reception, Isaiah Pacheco run, Isaiah Pacheco reception. I'm like, well, everybody else can go home today because we are now doing dunk and dink for the rest of the day.
Yep.
I wouldn't be surprised if someone like I wouldn't be surprised if Minnesota in the second round, if he was available, I think JJ McCarthy is a bust. Not because of talent.
Can't
I
stay
think
healthy
this kid's
either.
injury prone.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, here's my question. Does Burrow go to the Vikings?
Does Burrow play football anymore? Is Burrow your modern day Andrew Luck?
Ooh.
I had enough, bro.
I like it. It's a good one.
Like, I think he could just walk away. Got money. I don't need this shit no more, bro. I don't want to deal with it. I'm always hurt. Every year, when I
Get
throw
that dude a
1,000
line, bro.
yards, I don't even get MVP. You know what I mean? I'm the best quarterback in the game. We don't even make the freaking playoffs. Like, I think he's at a point in his career, like, at a,
Him and Myles Garrett need to get together.
We'll make a TV show somewhere. All right.
Yeah.
Give me your MVP from this game. Dino.
I'm going with Xavier Brown.
See, I was going to say Xavier Brown, Deontay Lawson, Ty Simpson, or a kid that nobody's really talking about, Daniel Hill. And I'll tell you why I put him out there in a second.
Yeah, I'm going with Brown.
Boomer.
I mean, I gave Brown as my guy in the beginning. For me to even admit that, we'll say, I mean, that dude showed up. I mean, he showed up several times in the game, and I really thought that's a guy that we're going to. He looked different.
He showed up and showed out, and you motherfuckers picked on him the first time.
Yeah,
and he came for his revenge.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying,
bro.
I would have picked on it. I would have came right at his throat.
He was terrible in the first matchup, absolutely terrible, and you guys tried to pick on him again, and he was ready. But for me, I'm gonna go with Lawson. I'm sorry, Deontay Lawson. I think he was an absolute impact player. I think he shifted the pocket so much in this game, and he closed so many gaps in the run game for Alabama. I mean, anybody was closing the gap because Oklahoma had trouble running 2 feet in front of him, but he closed the A and the B gap quickly, and wherever lane that might have been was solidified. He was just unbelievable. I think his talent continues to grow, and I think his stock continues to rise. I mean, obviously, Brown, it is what it is, but I don't want to beat a dead horse.
My last comment on this before we jump to this other one, I'm assuming Mateer's going to stay just because of this year. Arbuckle needs to work on him with his release. I'm tired of the
Yep, I agree.
Bring that shit up like an actual fucking quarterback. This isn't baseball. Bring it up.
This and I love Moon to death, but this was my beef with when we talked about it earlier, was with Mateer. Too much of that Nelly Gelly, West Coast, Washington State, just sling it, wing it type thing. I wanted to see his development get better. Obviously, the injury plays a part.
Yes.
In that, obviously. But I don't know. There was a little bit too much of that off the cuff, willy-nilly shit. I don't know. I think he's got to just dial it back. Go be a
quarterback, not an athlete.
Yeah, that's the problem. Like, he's worried about doing it all.
The thing is, they need a running team,
Yeah,
they do.
But I mean, that's the thing is the guy they got coming in is Hampton is a dude.
Who?
Darren Hampton.
Okay, yeah, but we had Wait, we had a 5-star #1 running back in Tatum, and he.
Yeah, but can we go back and say that was the worst running back class? Kind of like the worst quarterback class?
I'm just saying.
The only kid worth a damn right now is Moore in that quarterback class.
Yeah, Dante, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, which, I mean, you should have stuck to your guns with them because that's who you said originally.
I know, but Nico.
You drank the sauce in that one.
I did. All right, before we close it out, I got one last question before we close it out. It's going to be a good one to close it out because I think it's going to be interesting. Can Alabama run the table? Do the Tide have the right mindset and firepower that is clicking on all cylinders to beat Indiana? And if they do, the winner of Oregon, Texas Tech. Boom, you're up first.
No, because I don't think they have the right coach. If you switch the coaches, I think they do.
Ooh, Dino, I'm going to hold that thought. I'm going to come back to you. Dino, go.
I'm going to say no for the same reason. Kurt Cignetti from 2007 to 2011, stuck as a wide receiver coach at Alabama. Had to go to Division II, Indiana University of Pennsylvania to any sort of chance to move up. And I think that still burns in him, which is why we get the Kurt Cignetti we see now. I think he tries to outscore him by 50. So I don't see Bama.
Wow, you're saying
a chance. I think he uses all that fire inside, not to get all rah-rah moto with it, but I think he still holds that chip on his shoulder about it.
When Alabama lost to Oklahoma, what was that, week 10, 11, somewhere around there? That was Kalen DeBoer getting put in a locker. Okay. When Alabama lost to Georgia, that was Kalen DeBoer getting his head stuffed in a fucking urinal. But Kalen DeBoer's built a little different than most of these kids that get their head stuffed in the urinal and dumped in a trash barrel. Because he went home, looked himself in the mirror, and says, I got to do something. Since that Georgia game, look at this team. Take Ryan Williams out. But look at this team. Look how they came in prepared. They were ready and willing to fire on also, even when Oklahoma gave them threats, right?
They still can't run the ball.
Who can't run the ball?
Bam.
Daniel Craig will have a question to do that. I mean, what do you have? 7 attempts for 67 yards and a touchdown? I said this earlier in the season when he got some rushing time with Jam Miller went out. What happened to having 5-star, 4-star running backs at Alabama to have pop? Nobody had. He showed pop, right? Jam Miller coming back from an injury. Jam Miller is a better back than what we've seen over the past 5 weeks because he's forced himself to come back because they were very bad at running the ball.
Yeah.
They gave Daniel Craig, who's kind of like that in-between runner, can bang, got that flash, some time in a big game against Oklahoma. That touchdown run was no joke. Like, homeboy did his thing. I think they got the oil in the Pistons, Alabama. They're firing, right? I don't know if it's on all cylinders, but right now, there's no lights on the dashboard. It's not Christmas right now. Their check engine lights gone. They don't need to put air in the tires. You know what I'm saying? Washer fluids filled to the brim. I think Kalen DeBoer got on his best suit. Ryan Grubb's in the driver's seat right now. And I'm not going to go out there and say that they're going to the championship. But I think Alabama's going to put Indiana in a position to fuck it up. Like, I think that Alabama, not even just so Kalen DeBoer and Grubb, I just think the way Ty Simpson and that team has the aura around them. Like, all you motherfuckers keep cutting us out. Everybody just keeps saying, and I'm one of them because I'm tired of them. I've been tired of Alabama for the last 25 years, right? And I thought when Nick was gone, I said I didn't think that Kalen DeBoer was going to make it past his last, recruiting class. He's proved me wrong because they having success this year. This would have been Nick's last one, right? Or remnants of it, like the remnants of some of the guys. I think that they got both hands on the steering wheel, and they're in a good position. I think this is going to be a hell of a game. I think it's going to be really, really close. And I'm going to go out and say this. It's hard to beat someone twice in a year. Yeah, they haven't played, but Fernando Mendoza beat Ty Simpson for the Heisman Trophy. And Ty Simpson's fucking pissed. And I think Ty Simpson, he wasn't even in the conversation. But all fucking year he was in that conversation.
You got to be in the conversation to lose it.
He was in the conversation for the last 2 weeks of the year because they decided to put a guy that wasn't
even lost Oklahoma.
You would have had me if it was Vanderbilt versus Indiana this week. You would have had me there. But I don't know if that's.
I think a team. What is Indiana?
Tell me this: is this Alabama's most important game in their
100%?
Yep.
100%. It's been
because it's Indiana's.
This is Alabama's most important game since the Nick Saban era ended.
I agree, right? Because you're in the playoffs and you have to win. This is the most important game in Indiana's career ever.
Nope. Ready?
Ever.
Last year in the playoff when they played Oregon, that was their most important game ever.
And now this is the most important game.
I'm going to disagree there because they had already lost to Ohio State last year. So there was the writing on the wall that Indiana was not the dominant team everyone thought they were.
And everybody was saying they didn't belong.
Exactly. Because they lost already. That's why people were saying they didn't belong.
And they got
get everybody's best because they're number one
this year. So I would have to say this is more important than last year's playoff game. So they got the monkey off their back this year.
They have the Heisman Trophy winner. They have everything right now. But don't get me wrong. And here's why I can kind of go with my man Nino. As always, the Heisman curse is real.
Thank you.
It is. No, I'm not disputing it. But I don't think that it's. What did Ty get? 7th, maybe 8th in voting?
I think he was 5th.
Was he? Was he that high?
I'm pretty. If he wasn't 50,
Was he in New York?
Fifth was somebody else.
He wasn't in New York.
No, it was only 4
Then
people in New York.
I
don't know if it's enough of a shade.
think Fifth was actually the A&M quarterback.
Oh, Marcel Reed?
Yep.
I'm not sure.
I think it was.
Yeah, I knew he was a top 10. I didn't know like where he lied though, but
This is one of the weakest Heisman classes, by the way, of guys in the like. You should at a minimum let the kid from Texas Tech show up.
oh Rodriguez.
Bailey?
100%. No, Rodriguez, the linebacker.
Oh, yeah. But
He might have actually got in the top
I
five.
mean, Love was there, but we'd already seen what Genty did last year and didn't win. So why should Love even
Yeah,
been there?
I just think he should have been there. If you're a top 3, top 4 guy,
Should have been Pavius. He had the better numbers. He had the rushing. Granted, he's 5'9".
All right, here's my thing, and I was going to say this before we got to this. You take Mendoza away, what do they got?
The other Mendoza.
No, if Alabama, right, with that talent on that defense, if they can take Mendoza away, what threat does Indiana have?
You don't think Roman Hemby's a threat?
Is Roman Hemby a threat to win you? Has Roman Hemby won them any games?
No, I'm just. He could keep them in a game though.
No, he averaged 5 yards a carry, right? But I mean,
legit keep them in a game. Indiana's defense will definitely keep them in the game.
I mean, Cooper's solid. I mean, you can't say 800. I mean, you got even Black had 800 yards rushing.
Right, but are they throwing them the ball? I'm saying if you can take Mendoza away, Surratt and Cooper can't do nothing.
I don't know. Surratt and Cooper ain't bad at all. I mean,
they're good. They're good receivers. I'm not saying, but has anybody? Obviously not because he's won the Heisman, right? But like nobody gave Mendoza enough fits where he wasn't good.
I mean, I'm with you that I mean, we can agree Ohio State is like elite defensively, right?
Yeah.
Arguably, I mean, one of the top defensive teams. Yeah, by far. Let's not forget, and you're gonna say Mendoza, this and that. They've got 5 guys, and I'm going to go back to the Nino stat. If you average over 11 yards per reception, you're a dude. Well, they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and one of those guys is 19.8.
Yeah, no, Hemby and Black are legit, bro. They are both average.
Dude, these are receptions.
Cooper and Surratt are the 2 main guys.
Surratt, Becker, Williams, Nowarski, and Hemby all have over 11 yards of reception. Becker, 26 receptions, 19.8. That's dumb.
I agree. I agree 100%. I'm just saying, when he played Ohio State and when he played Oregon, they tested him, and those were his worst games. He had a turnover in both games, right? I don't even think he got 250 yards passing in either one of those games.
I mean, that dude's he don't pass a ton anyway. But that's the thing is they credit some.
He's had multiple games this weekend. Yeah, I know, but he's had multiple games this year with 4 touchdown passes.
Yeah, but how many games he got with 400 yards?
I was going to say, are those 4 little bubbles or are they freaking seams down the center?
I see 4, 5, 5, 4, 4, 5. That's 5 games with over 4 touchdown passes in it. So
I understand. No,
I'm not sure
the stats, but it's how did those 4 touchdowns come?
Yeah, but these guys are averaging over 20 yards per catch. If you're letting these guys run mesh for 20 yards of whack, then these defenses that you're supposedly facing in the Big Ten aren't very good, right?
But at the same time, I'm going to use your question against you. If you take Ty Simpson out,
okay, right? But he's been tested and shitty and came back,
and he's fallen on his face more than
what I'm saying. But he's come back. My thing is Mendoza hasn't had a shitter. You don't want to have a shitter on a layoff after winning the Heisman and putting yourself in cloud 9, right?
Well, I agree, and that's that's why the Heisman thing is a real deal. It really is.
Look at you got
especially
a Heisman
the quarterback.
You got a coach that just got the fucking bag. The most money he's ever gotten in his freaking life. What is he have for another 7 years?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
It's like,
but I'm also gonna throw the caveat in there. DeBoer did not do it on his own this year, if that makes sense. Last year, he had a chance to show everyone, I can do it on my own. What did he have to do this year to right the ship? He had to go get Ryan
always better
Grubb.
with Robin.
Signetti Superman. He don't need no sidekick.
Guess what? DeBoer might have that kryptonite.
I don't know.
We're gonna find out. It's probably one of the most intriguing games of that bracket. And I was talking to somebody about it. That bracket is the toughest to. Arguably, whoever wins that bracket right there, and I'm just saying between that 3 or 4 is a much tougher road, in my honest opinion.
Is this their first SEC matchup in Cincinnati's coaching helm?
I think so.
I don't know.
I think so.
He's still got the greatest quote I've ever seen.
Google me. All I do is win.
My favorite is like, hey, this team's never won at Austin Stadium. It's like this team's never played here before. And give it to him. The players were like, that's my guy. You know what I mean?
Who's a better motivator before we close it out? And after your answer, I'm just hitting the outro.
Signetti
or Dan Lanning?
Oh,
I thought you were going DeBoer.
Yeah.
I'm going to throw this out there. I think
not Dan Lanning.
They're both amazing motivators. I think all the good speeches we've seen from Dan Lanning, there's been bulletin board material that led up to it.
Not USC.
All the good stuff.
It was not in USC.
No, you got me there. But I mean,
even this week,
what's he more known for? He's more known for that Colorado pregame speech.
Yeah.
And what was it?
I'm gonna go with Signetti.
Yeah, I'm going Signetti.
Hey, tell me this.
I'm talking about back-to-back. Hey, USC, he straight up told them, Matt Leinart and Reggie Bush ain't walking through that door, and I put you guys in black because we're going to a Trojan funeral. If I was a football player for Dan Lanning, I'm running through a freaking wall.
Oh, I'm not saying I wouldn't run for but
I know what he said.
One of those coaches got
likes the good guy. Everybody likes the good guy.
One of those coaches got out coached at home.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right.
Hey, the literally greatest quote. I'm gonna stay with it. When she asked him, Indiana's never won at the stadium. He's like, this team has never won at the stadium. This team hasn't played here before, and then went and won it. Like acted like it was nothing. I mean, dude, I'm getting goosebumps just talking about it. I can't imagine what his players were. I mean, just losing their mind. And we can say this: one does a lot more with less. Love or hate it.
Oh, 100%.
Give Signetti Oregon's lineup. He might win 4 in a row.
I say he'd have probably a national championship. He
might have a dynasty.
I just don't know. We just won't know. We'll have to wait and see.
We're gonna find out. It's going to be an amazing game.
I would like to see him at a SEC school.
Or
see what he can do.
He's building.
No, I understand.
He turned a basketball school into a football school real quick.
Better get a quarterback next year. All right. It's CFB Nation.
Josh
Dino Brown. That's my guy, Dino. That's my guy, Boom. We'll see you tomorrow. We out.
Yes, sir. Today I am the governor of college football. Yes, sir. The mayor of college football, a.k.a. Downtown Nino Brown.